going on, everybody? It's been a while since we brought you all a muscle car, so what better way to get back into it than the Ford Mustang GT? Special thanks to Jack Kane Ford in Versailles for giving us access to this high-end GT Premium in magnetic metallic. And if you're looking for a Mustang or any other Ford, be sure to stop by or check out their website, which we provided a link to in the video description. Last year the Mustang was thoroughly revamped, so now let's see what 2019 has brought to the table. So starting off with the styling, this is very much the Mustang we have come to love over the years. All the signature elements are on board, including the metallic black honeycomb grille and sculpted hood. The headlights were also redesigned last year, making them fully LED on both trims. I particularly like the 3D layered look of the daytime running lights. And then down below, all GTs get LED turn signals and LED fog lights. The side of the Mustang is all classic muscle car, and moving around to the back, it's all classic Mustang. The center part is painted black on all trims with the special GT badging, and then there is a small spoiler unless you get the performance package where it is made much larger. My favorite part though remains the LED taillights with sequential turn signals. But while we're back here, let's just take a moment to savor that V8 verbal. The last important element of the styling are the wheels. Now these are the base wheels that are shared with the EcoBoost models, but there are a ton of other choices for those who want something bigger or flashier. Last year we had the blacked out 19s that come in the performance package, or you can go for something shinier like the 19-inch polished alloys or the 20-inch premium painted alloys. As far as the brakes, they are ventilated in the front and rear, with 6-piston 15-inch Brembos being added with the performance package. Coming back to the mirrors, they are pretty basic, but you do still have heating and blind spot mirrors. The actual blind spot monitoring system has been moved to the 401A package for 2019, so it requires an additional $2,200. However, the other safety systems that were added last year are available through a standalone package. The Safe and Smart package includes automatic emergency braking, lane keeping assist, auto high beams, adaptive cruise control, and rain sensing wipers. These are features certainly not common in muscle cars. Lastly, I will mention that the Stang has a 16-gallon fuel tank, good for a fuel range of 304 miles with the automatic and 288 with the manual. Well, that's the rundown of the exterior, so now let's go ahead and hop inside. So every Mustang GT does come standard with Ford's Smart Entry system with a special branded key fob. If you have the automatic transmission, you will also find remote start. Like pretty much every Ford, getting in is very easy. All you have to do is stick your hand behind the door handle and a sensor will unlock. Looking inside the 2019 Ford Mustang, not much has changed, so you continue to have the same really cool retro design. Now of course this is available in a lot of different colors and materials, so starting with your base GT, you've got cloth, and then your GT Premium gets this leather. Now your color schemes are ebony, ceramic, or tan, unless you go up to the 401A package, which upgrades the leather to a higher quality, with the additional option of Showstopper red or blue. The last thing worth mentioning is that Recaro seats are available on all GTs. Now turning to the door trim, you continue to have this really long door, finished in the same materials as the rest of the cabin. That means on this model you do have leatherette through the armrest with color contrast stitching. Of course, both of your windows are one-touch automatic up and down. As far as your seat goes, all GTs come with a 6-way power adjusting seat with 2-way lumbar. However, the back part is always manually adjusted. On this GT Premium, we do have leather, which feels pretty nice. And I do want to point out that the bolstering is pretty aggressive, even if you don't opt for the optional Recaro seat. So like I already said, nothing has changed styling-wise for 2019, and therefore nothing has changed material-wise either. All the upper dash continues to be soft-touch plastic with stitching, and then through the entire middle portion you've got either this faux aluminum or a faux carbon fiber with the performance package. Lower areas are also padded, and then everything else that is hard touch does feel really, really solid. Now to start up this beast, you press this button mounted here on the center console. When you press it, either this 8-inch display on the GT Premium will fire up, or a small 4.2-inch non-touch display on the regular GT. That's the reason why you buy the GT. So what you're looking at are these standard gauges that are found in the majority of 2019 Mustangs. However, there is still an optional 12-inch display that comes in the 401A package on the GT Premium. Now it will replace all of this with a giant reconfigurable display. However, this standard display does still do most of the same stuff. So you can scroll through a lot of different things like your gauge modes. You've even got your track apps, which is really cool, so you can go in and see your G's. You can time your 0 to 60 times from right here in the car. Brake performance, line lock, so there's a lot of really cool things that are all available even within this base screen. Coming back to the steering wheel, it has that traditional Mustang look and is leather wrapped as well. Now you do have a bunch of buttons over here. These are for your audio, and these buttons are for our optional adaptive cruise control. On the other side, you've got the controls for that display, and then your basic phone and voice commands. Other than that, the wheel is manually tilt and telescoping, and you can even get heating optionally. Now obviously storage is not that big of a priority in a car like this, but still the Mustang is pretty decent. You do have a regular center console, which is surprisingly deep for a car in this class. This mat is removable in case you get dirt in it, and then you've also got a 12-volt outlet and a USB port. Up in the front, there is another storage area with another USB port and another 12-volt outlet. Now moving back to the shifter, this of course is the 10-speed automatic transmission, and it's got a rather unique shifter where you have to push down on this little dimple and pull back. Now going all the way back to the S mode activates Sport mode, and that's where you can shift manually via these standard paddle shifters. When in reverse, all Mustangs have a standard backup camera with active trajectory and parking sensors. And then of course you've got your traditional handbrake. Now moving on up, you've got these really cool airplane inspired toggles. The first one is for your hazards, and this one turns off the traction control, but these two on the end have to do with your drive modes. So you just flip these up and down, and you can control your drive modes between Sport, Sport Plus, Track, Drag Strip, and then your Snow and Wet mode. The other toggle takes you to your steering feel, which can be adjusted separately. So you've got normal, sport, and comfort modes for that. So this makes for a lot of different combinations. Now up one row of buttons, you will find the dual zone automatic climate control, which comes standard on the GT Premium. It is very easy to use. You've got these nice toggles to adjust the temperature up here. And then you have physical buttons for almost everything else, though I will complain that to get to the zones, you've got to go into the climate section up here and adjust it right here. But other than that, everything is really easy to use. You will also find 3-stage heated and 3-stage ventilated seats on the GT Premium, so that's a really nice touch. Anyways, now let's go ahead and sample the standard 9-speaker audio system on the GT Premium. Sound quality of this system is decent, but this year you can now get the standalone option of a Bang & Olufsen sound system with 12 speakers and 1,000 watts instead of the Shaker sound system that was available last year. Now I'll go ahead and give you a quick rundown of the Sync 3 system. This is the same as in all other Fords, so you've got your sections conveniently lying down on the bottom, and then you've got your home button up at the top. This home screen is reconfigurable, and you can just touch any of these sections to expand them. Here's your Bluetooth audio, and you can play and pause from here, and you can click the source button to switch between all the other available sources. So standard on the GT Premium is integrated navigation, although it doesn't really matter that much because in the apps you can also have Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. That pretty much sums up the main features of Sync 3, but of course we do have a detailed tech help tutorial available for those of you who want to learn more. A link to that is provided in the video description. Moving on up, you do have an auto-dimming mirror with the new frameless design, and separated HomeLink universal remotes up here on the visor. Now of course, as many of you know, there is no available moonroof on any version of the Mustang. But if you want that open air experience, you can always just get the convertible. So all in all, I'm impressed by the Mustang's cabin. This of course is a very high performance vehicle, but you don't have to make a lot of sacrifices since you still have plenty of space, plenty of storage, and a lot of good technology. So overall, I really like it. Now I'll go ahead and hand it off to Mason, who will finish off the rest of the cabin. To get to the rear seats of the Mustang, you have to find a little lever located on the back of the seat. Kind of hard to see, but you just locate this little lever, and then it will fold the seat back forward. However, you do have to slide it forward with the seat control here. Now once you do, you'll find 29 inches of legroom in the rear and 34.8 inches of headroom. That's about average for the class, and once again, it's really not all that useful, but in the emergency you need to have a couple people back here, you can. So let's go ahead and see what it's like for an adult back here. To get the seat back into place, just grab this little lever and fold it right back. Now it is worth mentioning that the seat is scooted all the way up basically, and I do have plenty of leg room with it all the way up. My feet can slide up under the seat, which is actually really nice for a coupe like this. And I do want to mention that these seats are buckets, so they're actually really comfortable back here. This made of that leather design as well, and as you can see, it does hug you in very well. As far as amenities, you're not really going to find very many back here. You do have a little window here, as well as the rear glass. But overall, this is not as bad as I thought it would be. I actually was expecting it to be a lot worse than this. So this is definitely alright for short trips. To get back out, just grab this little lever again, and then just climb right on out.
Now coming around to the trunk of the Mustang, you're going to find a surprising amount of space. But to get into it, you need to find this button located under the lid, push it, and it will pop right open. So like I said, you're going to find a large amount of space in the trunk of the Mustang. You'll find 13.5 cubic feet with the Coupe model, going down to 11.4 cubic feet with the convertible. It is worth noting that that's over 4 cubic feet larger than the equivalent Camaro. The rear seats do also fold, and you'll notice that there is quite a large opening. You even have all the way up here, and it's ran by the hydraulics down here. Additionally, you will find a spare tire, which is a standalone option this Mustang has. Passenger seat is that same leather design, and it is power adjusting on the GT models. In front of the passenger, you have some Mustang badging, as well as some silver trim. Glove box is also decent sized and dampened. And up top, you do have a sun visor with some lights. It does also extend and adjust. Well guys, that's pretty much all we have to cover up here, so let's go ahead and get to the powertrain. So since the Mustang just got an update last year, there haven't been any changes under the hood for 2019. For the GT, you still have the 5-liter Coyote V8, producing a whopping 460 horsepower and 420 pound-feet of torque. That is enough to get the Mustang to 60 miles per hour in less than 4 seconds. Of course, power is routed to the rear wheels, and you have your choice between a 6-speed manual or an optional 10-speed automatic. And while you don't buy a muscle car for fuel economy, the Mustang is pretty good. The manual coupe is rated at 15 city, 24 highway, 18 combined, while the automatic transmission improves that slightly to 16 city, 25 highway, 19 combined. But that pretty much wraps up everything under the hood, so let's go ahead and get to the remaining parts of the video. Well guys, we hope you enjoyed watching the first in-depth look at the 2019 Ford Mustang GT Premium. Stay watching for a quick overview of the pricing, and don't forget to hit those like and subscribe buttons below. We'll catch you next time as we sample more of the latest automotive delicacies.
Mm-hmm.